Hi, second grade. So yesterday you learned how to look at a model representation of a number and decide if it was odd or even. And we learned that if we can make pairs, if we can give everyone a buddy in our group, that number is even. So this number out here is 6 because I have 2, 4, 6. So I know 6 is even because all of my squares have a partner. But if I look over here at this number is 5, not everyone has a partner. Because I have one left over, I know that 5 is odd. So do you see the difference between these two groups? Even, everyone has a buddy. Odd, we have one left over. All right, let's get started on our worksheet for today. Okay, so remember, this is not your worksheet, but your worksheet does look a lot like this. I'm gonna get rid of these numbers because we don't need them right now. All right, so I'm gonna skip this little step up here. We're gonna go ahead and look at this problem. So it says write even or odd. If the number is even, write it as the sum of two equal addends. The sum of two equal addends. What does an equal addend mean? This is the word that we just saw, equal addend. So we know equal means that two numbers that are the same, they have the same value. If you can remember what an addend is, an addend are those numbers that go into our addition equation. They are these two values. So if I have equal addends, I'm going to have two addends that are the same. All right, now the sum's going to be different, right? 3 plus 3 isn't going to be 3, it's going to be 6. Okay, so here's an equal addend. Over here, I'm going to put an example. I'll do it right here. That would not be an equal addend. Not equal, just two addends because they are not the same number. Equal addend, they are the same number, all right? So remember that for when we get to a problem that is even. We'll come back to that. All right, so over here, first we want to see if the number of pencils is even or odd. It tells me how many pencils are there, so I don't have to count them all up. There is 13 pencils right there. And I don't know if you can see these little gray lines, but it has grouped out my pencils. It has grouped out my pencils. Now, I cannot make a group. Whoopsie. I cannot make a group unless it is even. Unless there are the same number of pencils in each group. So let's double check that. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 6 pencils here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 pencils in this group, but what do you notice? I already drew my little arrow here. There's a pencil left over. So just like yesterday, when we did our objects, and you had one object left over that didn't have a partner, that object let us know that this whole number was odd. Right here, I have this one little pencil that doesn't fit into my groups. So I know that 13 is an odd number because I can't make two equal groups. So 13 is odd. And if my number's odd, I don't need to worry about this little line down here. Okay? So there's 13 pencils here. I made two equal groups, but one was left over. Let's look over here. Hopefully this will make sense if we keep looking at examples. So we made some more groups, or they did it for us actually. So I'm just going to highlight what they did. I have 16 pencils over here, and I have split them into two equal groups. Let's see how many are in each group, just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, do I have any left over? Nope. I have two equal groups and nothing is left over. I was able to put 8 pencils into each group. All right, so 16 is even because I was able to put all 16 of my pencils into 2 equal groups. Now here's where we have to go down. Remember how we wrote the equation down here? I have to figure out what kind of equation I'm going to write. Let's think about that. Remember your parts and wholes. All right, so I have one group of 8. I have another group of 8. And all together, I have 16. So that's what it means when it says, write it as the sum of 2 equal addends. These are my addends. Whoopsie. These are my addends, and they are the same number. They are equal. See over here, if I was going to write an equation, I couldn't say 6 plus 6 is 13 because that's not true. I have one little guy left over. I could say 6 plus 6 plus 1, but that's not 2 equal addends. I have to make sure I have 2 equal addends. That's how I know that my number is even. All right, so your page is going to look a lot like this. Make sure if you say that the number is even, you give me an equation. Let's look up here at these examples. So once again, I need to write even or odd. And if the number is even, write it as the sum of 2 equal groups. So there are a couple ways we can do this. If you already know your even and odd numbers, go for it. Tell me if it's even or odd. Make sure if it's even, you write an equation, okay? But you could also find some objects somewhere around your house. I don't know if you have little pencil top erasers or paper clips or Cheerios. Use those. So I'm going to go ahead and build 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so remember 2, 4, 6, 7. I have one little guy left over, so I know that 7 is an odd number because there is one square here that does not have a partner. I do not have to worry about this part. Since 7 is odd, I don't have to write an equation because there is no way I could write an equation with 2 equal addends. 2 equal addends. All right. Our next number is 10. I'm going to go ahead and model 10. I already have 7 here. 8, 10. All right, all of my squares have a partner. I don't have anyone left over, so I know that 10 is even. All right, since 10 is even, I have to write an equation that has 2 equal addends. These are our addends. Here's going to be our sum. All right, so what doubles fact is going to equal 10? Think about your doubles fact. If I want, I can go ahead. I'm going to split these into 2 equal groups. If you're using a model, you can do that. All right, here are my 2 equal groups. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this group, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this group. So my equation is going to look like 5 plus 5 equals 10. 5 and 5 are the same number. 2 equal addends. All right. We're at 8 minutes. We're going to skip this problem. You're going to do it the same way. If you want to build it, or if you know off the top of your head if it's odd or even. This problem says, what digits can be in the ones place of an even number? Let's think about that. It's asking us about the ones place. It wants to know about place value. So think back to our place value chart. We have the ones column, the tens column, and the hundreds column. Here are our even numbers. We know we can count by 2s, right, to find even numbers. So here are even numbers: 2, 4, 6, 8. We can also have 0 in there too somewhere. Let me put 0 down here. I forgot about him up there. All right. So what digits can be in the ones place? I'm going to go ahead and answer this one for you. All of these digits can be in the ones place. Now, for a number to be even, do I have to have all of these, all of these numbers to be even? No, see, because look right here. If I have the number 332, these numbers aren't even. These digits aren't even. This digit is even. So just because this digit is even, it lets the whole number be even. So if I have 154, even though these are not even, 4 is even. So 4 lets this whole number be even. If I have 452, because the number in the ones place is even, the whole thing is even. So it doesn't matter what digit is in the hundreds place, what digit is in the tens place. It only matters what digit is in the ones place. Oh, I'm getting tongue-tied. So I'm going to answer that as 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. I'm going to go ahead and answer that one for you all. All right. And we're just going to do this problem right here, okay? Because this looks similar to one you have on your worksheet. It says Lydia's mystery number is an odd number less than 20. It has 6 more ones than tens. What is Lydia's mystery number? It's an odd number that's less than 20. So I'm going to do my 2 place values right here because I like to do that. So I know it's going to be less than 20. It has 6 more ones than tens. Let's think about that. So we know it has a tens place and it's less than 20. We know that tens place has to be in the teens, right? Because if we're looking at a number line, the only numbers that are less than 20 are teens 1 through 19. All right, so we know that it has to have a 1 in the tens place because otherwise it's going to be bigger than 20 if it has a 2 or 3 or 4. All right, and it has 6 more ones than tens. Well, it only has 1 10. So what's 6 more than 1? 7. Is this an odd number? Let's check. Because we know that it's an odd number, so we need to make sure we have an odd number here. 17 is the answer I came up with. You think to yourself, is 17 an odd number? Yep. So there's my answer. There's my mystery number. 17. All right. I hope this helps you solve your work. You have pages 435 and 436. So those pages are going to look a lot like the pages we just did. Okay, I hope that this helped